All right, Sunday, back at it. Finally back at work. Finally doing another rant. So here we go. So I headed, or I should say, the description I placed on this is white privileged or hard work. So let me back up here. So 2 weeks ago, as I mentioned, I sold my house, was moving into a new house, running around like a madman, as you guys can imagine, and I'm sure a lot of you have gone through. So I'm going around, and I honestly didn't have time to look at social media. I didn't have time to look at the radio, the news. I don't even watch the news anymore because the news is so fake, anyways. Let me fix this thing here. Okay? But as I was driving to and from the old house to the new house, I would turn on AM radio just to listen to what I was having. And I also had a couple of friends sending me some videos at the time of what was going on with the rioters and stuff. So I kept hearing the term white privilege, and I kept saying, "What the fuck is this white privilege? I don't understand it." And then people were sending me videos of BLM believers slash supporters walking around, having white male and female men and women getting on their knees and asking for forgiveness because they're white and they're privileged. So I go, you know what? This is fucking bullshit. So I said, you know what? Let me start with this. I went online and I typed in the word privilege. What is the definition? And the definition of privilege is a special right or an advantage. Okay, I can see that. So then I said, let me type in white privilege. There's no definition. The definition of white privilege, it's a society privilege. What the fuck does that mean? So I started to think, because that's what I do, is I took a step back and I said, I'm going to use me as an example. So I've had the opportunities as whites, blacks, Asians, Armenians, Middle Eastern, purple people, yellow people, you name them, whatever the fuck they are. Okay? I made a choice. I went to school. I busted my ass. I worked while going to school. I got my degree, 2 degrees. I started working. I started saving my money. The opportunity came that it was time for me to take that big step. I opened up my own business, and I've been on business on my own for almost 20 years now, 17 to be exact. Now, during that entire time of you figure of my education from 7 years of age, and I believe I graduated when I was 25, 26 maybe? Who knows? I was a little late at times. During that whole time, nobody stopped me. I was never passed over because somebody was white over me. Nobody beat me because the white had a better chance than me. I put in the hard work. I made a decision. I put in the time, and it paid off. What people, and specifically this BLM movement, are doing are making excuses because they're fucking lazy. They're making excuses for being lazy, and they're trying to blame somebody, which is, unfortunately, right now is white people. And they've come up with this definition of white privilege. White privilege does not exist. What exists is hard work. Okay, I'll tell you what privilege is. Privilege is if I have a son, which I have two, and I'm rolling in dough, and my kids do not know anything about hard work, what money costs, even how the world works. All they know is that daddy, me, gave them a bank account, and money is indefinite. They buy what they want to buy. They go where they want to go. They act like assholes because they want to act like assholes. And there's no repercussions for the way they're acting because that is a privilege. Because I did not take the chance to raise my kids at that time and to understand what hard work is, respect is, because they have money and they think they're assholes. Majority of us do not have that money. And majority of us pretty much raise our kids to be good and bad. So going back to what I was saying before, there is no white privilege. We have a privilege here in this country that we have to embrace. I embraced it, my parents embraced it. They brought it on to me, the hard work. I took that hard work ethic and I created something. I own my own business. I'm Hispanic. I've moved into a better house, a bigger, better house, worth $700K. And I still have been able to survive during this COVID disaster. Why do I survive during the COVID disaster? Because I don't take excuses. I find solutions. That's what you have to do. You have to work hard. I started busting my ass of how am I going to figure this out? How am I going to make money? And I figured it out through hard work. So stop making these fucking excuses about white privilege and start working hard. Stop blaming everybody else and start blaming yourself. You're the excuse. And you hear this statistic, oh, well, a lot of blacks don't have their parents. Bull fucking shit. You know how many friends I have that come from single parents? My father comes from a single mom, and she raised him to be a man because they had the balls to whoop their ass. So don't use that excuse that a woman can't raise a man, because that is bullshit. It all comes down to how you raise your kids. You raise them to fucking respect, work hard, and they will become somebody in society. So that's my rant for this Sunday, is there is no white privilege. It's all about fucking hard work. So hopefully this affects somebody, because all I got to do is touch one person in their fucking brain that says, you know what, he's right. I'm going to start busting my ass and getting somewhere. Other than that, I'm out. Hope you guys are all doing well. Stay safe. I'm out.